Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here and welcome back to an all new Black Ops 3 Zombies video, and today we're actually going to go over some apparent new leaked DLC 2 coding for ZETSUBOU no SHIMA for Black Ops 3 Zombies. Now I just want to say that within this video I won't be going over as a summary all of the previous leaked information that we know so far regarding ZETSUBOU no SHIMA, but I'll link a video down in this video's description and I would highly recommend to go check that video out as it gives a massive summary of all of the leaked information that we know so far about ZETSUBOU no SHIMA. It talks about the katana, it talks about the Skull of Nansapa wonder weapons, it talks about boss zombies, it talks about Gobblegums and just a load of crazy stuff. So I'll link that down in this video's description if you want to go ahead and check that out. Now before I get into this, I just want to say that a lot of people have already made videos about this information, but people seem to assume that this leaked coding is referring to ZETSUBOU no SHIMA, but it seems a bit far-fetched. I think that this leaked coding is in fact going to come into full fruition further down the line, so I think this information may be referring to DLC 3 or DLC 4, and this information does also relate to multiplayer as well. I know this information is also a bit old, but I will also be covering some brand new leaked information as well at the end of this video, so make sure you stay tuned for that as it just came out yesterday. Now I'll link the Reddit post down in this video's description where all of this information is coming from. Now on screen now you can see the leaked coding. Within the leaked coding it says weapon underscore SMG underscore Sten, it then says weapon underscore SMG underscore PPSH, it then says weapon underscore skull underscore gun, and then it says weapon underscore Tesla underscore gun. Now the person who made this Reddit post, the data miner, he said that this is possibly a data dump for the DLC 2 coding, but I don't think so, and my reasoning behind this is within the code that we just read out, it says that the PPSH is returning, and people have jumped to conclusions that we might be seeing the PPSH return within ZETSUBOU no SHIMA, and that very well could be the case, but I just think it's a bit far-fetched as we're already getting 3 weapons such as the HD-40 returning on this map from the supply drops, so I think it would be a little too much to ask for Trek to add the PPSH as well, but I definitely think we could be seeing this further down the line, maybe in DLC 3, as we'll probably be getting a Stalingrad map, a zombies map set in Stalingrad with DLC 3, and also if the PPSH is added into zombies, it's very likely that it could be added into multiplayer in supply drops as well. Now the coding also talks about a Sten weapon coming into zombies in the future, but this isn't in fact the case, because it turns out that within the code the Sten that is actually referring to the bootlegger, the gun that we saw on Shadows of Evil, so that is actually not the case. So the bootlegger may in fact be returning on ZETSUBOU no SHIMA, or in fact on a future zombies map DLC 3 or DLC 4 further down the line. It will probably be in the box as well. Now the next coding says weapon underscore skull underscore gun, and this is actually referring to the Skull of Nansapa, which is either going to be the wonder weapon on this map, or it's going to be the specialist weapon, as we will be getting Takeo's katana on this map, slash the Masamune, but we're also going to be getting the Skull of Nansapa. We're not sure which one's the wonder weapon and which one's the specialist weapon as of yet, but only time will tell. Now we know that the Skull of Nansapa will have some sort of relevance to a thunder god, as it's based off of a god known as Nansapa, so the weapon will probably have some sort of thunder slash lightning effect to it. It could be similar to the thunder gun, it could be similar to the lightning bow from the Eisendrache, I'm really not sure. But then the final coding says weapon underscore Tesla underscore gun, and this is referring to some sort of Tesla gun, which as I said we could be seeing in ZETSUBOU no SHIMA, or we could be seeing within DLC 3 or DLC 4. But apparently, within the game's code, the Wunderwaffe DG2 is actually called the Tesla gun. So, apparently this code is just referring to the Wunderwaffe. So maybe this is just some sort of leftover code from the Giants, and maybe we won't be seeing any sort of Tesla gun on this map. However, some people have been thinking that maybe this code is referring to the Tempest, the specialist weapon that we see within multiplayer, because obviously we've had the Annihilator on the Giant, and we've also had the Gravity Spikes, which were then renamed to the DG4, the Ragnarok DG4s on the Eisendrache. So maybe the Tempest could be on this map, because the Tempest is very, very similar to the Wunderwaffe. They're pretty much identical. So maybe we could be seeing the Tempest on ZETSUBOU no SHIMA. In fact, that could make a lot of sense, because maybe this code is in fact referring to the same thing as the Skull of Nan Sapwa, because the Tempest is an electric-based weapon, and if it's an electric-based weapon, then it does tie into the Nan Sapwa, the Thunder God. So maybe the Skull of Nan Sapwa is the same thing as the Tempest, or maybe I'm completely wrong here, I'm not sure. Again, this leaked coding is all up for interpretation. Everything I'm saying here is speculating about the leaked information. But let me know down in the comment section down below, what do you think the Tesla gun coding is referring to? It'll be interesting to know your thoughts. Also, bear in mind that this, as I said, could be referring to DLC 3 or DLC 4 as well, so we could be seeing the Tempest within DLC 3 or DLC 4 as a specialist weapon, and we may not be seeing it on ZETSUBOU no SHIMA. But let's get into the new leaked information, because this is referring to a leaked Gobblegum. But this information is in fact again coming from KPC Movies on Twitter, and I'll link his Twitter down in this video's description if you want to go ahead and hit him up with the follow. And also he provided this information to Glitching Queen. He told Glitching Queen about this information, who then publicised it. So again, I'll link Glitching Queen's channel as well. Make sure to go check them both out. But basically he tweeted this leaked coding, which you can see on screen. According to him, the game's code states Widow.Dr. Sorders -DLC2 Gobblegum equals inject Siret into a player model, and then it says 1 health plus 25%. Now, we're not sure how reliable this KPC Movies guy actually is, because earlier he leaked a Gobblegum, which was known as the Oil Spill Gobblegum, and he said that it would work similar to the Sliquifier from Die Rise, where it would leave this trail of liquid behind you that was similar to the Sliquifier's projectile. Because obviously we're going to be getting 4 new Mega Gobblegums on ZETSUBOU no SHIMA, so one of these could be this Gobblegum, but it says 1 equals health plus 25%. Now I'm not sure what that means. Is it does this Gobblegum give you 25% more health, or maybe what it'll allow you to do is it'll allow you to go down, it'll allow you to have an extra down without using up one of your quick revives, plus 25% health for a short duration. I'm really not sure how to interpret this code here. Whatever this Gobblegum does, it has something to do with giving you 25% more health, but I don't know what the 1 equals means. Also, I'm not sure what this Gobblegum is called, because it says Dr. the Sorders. I'm not sure whether that's the code name for this Gobblegum or whether it's the actual name for it. But let me know down in the comment section down below, what do you think of this Gobblegum? What do you think this coding is referring to? What do you think this Gobblegum is in fact going to do? As I said, we're not sure how accurate this KPC Movies guy actually is. Only time will tell, but this is definitely interesting. You know, it does seem like maybe it's going to give you an extra life, whilst also giving you 25% more health for a short duration. That's the only thing that I can think about this Gobblegum at the moment. But yeah, this is definitely an interesting one. As he said, take all of this information with a bit of a grain of salt. As with anything within the code, it could just be left over coding, and it's up for interpretation. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you want to take the latest and greatest Black Ops 3 Zombies news information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.